This episode is going to be on retouching and enhancing your images to make them look your very best. Face it, we all want our images to look perfect. That means no hot spots, no distractions, no plugins on the wall and sticks coming out of things, and we want our customers to look perfect too. And that usually means like smoothing out the skin and no wrinkles and maybe a few less rolls and no flyaway hairs and brighter eyes. So I want to show you how to do that. Basically, it means two things: minimizing the bad and maximizing the good. You know, it used to be nearly impossible to delete the big things out of images before digital, but now it's a lot easier. The bad thing is, it's the learning curve. We have to learn how to do that. But that's why you have this video, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So I want to show you 5 things that will help you minimize the bad, maximize the good, and actually improve your images quite a bit. I'm going to show you a little slideshow befores and afters so you can see exactly what that looks like. So here's a great picture of Lindsay, who's a fitness model, and we've got big distractions going on in the background on the wall. And look at how much better that is without the distractions. You can really see her. Then in this image of the couple, we have distracting things going on in the background here. So improving that, we can darken the edges to really focus on them, plus it eliminates the distractions in the background. Now, light, dark, and contrast is also a great tool. Let me explain. With light things, they come forward, and with dark things, they seem to recede or look less large, actually. And then there's contrast. Now, contrast will override all of it because your eye is drawn to the area of greatest contrast. Let me show you examples of that. So in this example, we've got a great family group, and they actually did exactly what I told them to color coordinate. Everybody wore black or shades of black. Grandma and Grandpa wore gray and a little bit of white. Well, your eye's drawn right to Grandma's shirt. Look how much better that is with the darker shirts or black in Grandma's case. So definitely talk to your customers about doing that because that's time consuming. Changing black to white, yeah, we want to avoid that if possible. So color is another tool. With color, your eye is automatically drawn to the brightest color or the strongest color. So you can use that to your advantage, or sometimes it can distract. Let me show you. So here's a beautiful bride in her screaming red bouquet, and it kind of fights for attention, huh? But look at this, I made it into a tint, which I'll show you later how to do, and now it's all softened and you really see those eyes. And here we have a cute picture of Julia, and that red dress is really fighting for attention too. Again, black and white is a good solution, but then there's also cropping. You can always crop it off, and that always works. Now here is a wonderful picture from Japan. I love this little walkway, but all this red stuff going on is so distracting. Look at the difference. Now with this one, I did a little bit more work. I actually converted these edges to black and white and intensified the color in the middle. So your eye goes right down that pathway instead of being stopped by all these red signs and distractions. Isn't that amazing what a difference that makes? And of course, this is beautiful Bailey on China Beach in San Francisco. The red works to our advantage. Your eye goes right to her. And of course, I enhanced it a little bit, added a little bit of cloud action, but isn't that a gorgeous shot? Now, when it comes to doing people, you're gonna have to do things a little bit differently because you can't just crop off things, right? But with people, you need to enhance the good things and minimize the bad. That means like shine. You want to eliminate shine, but skin texture, you just need to minimize it. How about the eyes? The eyes are where the expression is. You always want to enhance the eyes. And of course, minimize like flyaway hairs and those kinds of things. So what we're going to do is show you some nice things to enhance your images. And usually you want to keep a realistic look, not overly soft and not mushy or anything, unless you're going for a specific look. So let me show you. Okay, here's a pretty picture of Sunny, and what we did is we eliminated this distraction back, I think it's a leaf in the background, and then her eyes. I just wanted to enhance her eyes and soften her lines, so that makes a huge difference. Now, she also didn't like the lines on her neck, and look at the difference between the retouched image and the one where her neck is retouched as well. That just really simplifies everything, and your eyes go right to her eyes. And here's a beautiful picture of Jasmine too. I love her eyes, but look, your eye is drawn right to this step because that step is the lightest area of the image. So in this image, I basically darkened everything, enhanced her face, and retouched her eyes, which I'm going to show you some beautiful eye enhancement, and that made a huge difference. So in Lightroom, here you've got your basic panel, and I'm going to close up the basic panel, and I'm going to go down here to Effects. Now inside Effects is where we find the vignette, and so I'm going to take the amount, and I can either make it darker or I can make it lighter. Actually, this would be very nice with a high key vignette, so sometimes you use high key, which is the white vignette. But I think I'm going to use it a little bit darker, about like that. Now the midpoint is like the blend and how far in it comes, so I'm going to change my midpoint a little bit. And then the roundness, I can make it more round or more square. There's lots of different things in here. And if I want it more feathered, I can increase the feather. So there we go, a nice soft vignette. Here's another classic image, and we combined getting rid of distractions like Mom's hand and darkening the edges, and what a difference that makes. First, we're going to start with Picasa, and we have this beautiful picture of the bride and her little flower girl, and I'm just going to go up here to crop or straighten. Now, it looks like this picture is crooked, so I'm going to start with straighten. And when I click on that, I get these nice guides. And it's kind of hard to tell. This is really crooked, but this isn't. So I'm going to use this little slider here, and the most important part is the window behind them. So using this, I can change the angle. There we go. That looks good, and I'm going to hit Apply. Once I've straightened it, then I go to the crop. Now with crop, I have a bunch of different ratios here. So let's say they want to do an 8 by 10. So I'm going to click on my 8 by 10 and I'm going to just draw a square. Now I can modify it however I want, but this makes it really easy to crop off that exit sign, which is really distracting. And I think that looks really good. I can just hit Apply. Pretty easy, huh?